Today we're going to be revisiting Black Ops 1. So for those of you that don't know, apparently the servers on the Xbox One and Series... We got into a game immediately. So for a while now, the servers on the Xbox One and Series X version of the older Call of Duties, anything from like COD 4 up until Ghost, those servers have just kind of been like broken for some reason. Like the 360 and the PS3 versions of the game have been working fine this entire time. It's just the backwards compatible versions of the game have been kind of broken for some reason. It's been a really weird thing, but I mean, as you guys can see here, we got into a game immediately. It's kind of weird that Activision waited all these years to update it and fix it because, I mean, this has been a thing that's kind of been broken for years now, and it's been very widely known that the servers have been broken, so I'm not sure why Activision decided to do it now. Well, I kind of know why Activision decided to do it now. The main theory going around is that they decided to do it now just because, you know, the Microsoft acquisition is happening and all that. But for me, it's like, why would you leave your own games broken for so long? I mean, like, I get it. The new games are making more than enough money, so why go back and fix the old ones, right? But it's like, I don't know. As a company, I feel like that would make you look even worse if you wouldn't go back and fix the older games, like from a PR perspective, but what do I know? Regardless, let's just not worry about all the corporate BS. Let's just get lost in our nostalgia and enjoy this classic Call of Duty together. Now, I must say, it's been a while since I played Black Ops 1 multiplayer, so I'm not doing the best right now. These guys are out here with their FAMASs and stuff. See, I'm level 8 on this account. This isn't even the account that I played Black Ops 1 on back in the day. Back in the day, I had a different account on the Xbox 360, and I was like Master Prestige over there. I've told this story a couple of times, but for some reason, once I got my Xbox One and I tried to transfer my 360 account over, it was glitched for some reason, and it wouldn't work. Like, I was able to transfer over my digital purchases and like my DLCs and stuff, but other than that, I wasn't able to play online with anybody. Anytime I tried to go onto any online games, it just kicked me out. Like, it was really bizarre, but my account was just, it didn't really work for some reason. If I go back on the Xbox 360, I'm still able to access that account. Well, not right now because I don't have a gold subscription and I don't really have a reason to pay for like an Xbox Live Gold subscription over on that account. But if I were to pay for said subscription, like, all my stuff is still there. I can still access the account on the Xbox 360. It's just not on the Xbox One. It's really bizarre, and I've tried contacting Microsoft. I've been in touch with customer support time after time after time again. I've spent hours and hours on customer support and calls and chat messages with them, and even they can't fix it. It's really bizarre, and it's really sad because, like I said, I was Master Prestige on Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2. Then there was a bunch of other games like GTA 5 where I wasn't ever able to like transfer over my data, and I was like level 190 over there. It's really sad. Honestly, I do not have that much experience with this map. Like, I've played this map a good bit, but only because of the custom map over on Black Ops 3 Zombies. I actually didn't play this map a whole lot back when Black Ops 1 was in its prime. I was usually playing the other maps. I don't know. It's weird because it's not like I don't like this map. Like, this map is actually taken from the campaign for those of you that haven't played the campaign before. And even despite that, it flows really well. It's a multiplayer map. It's pretty fun. It's just, I never ended up popping up in the rotations, I guess, because usually I'm not too picky when it comes to the map rotations in COD games. I'll just take whatever I'm given. I like playing a variety of different maps just to have fresh experiences. But for some reason, this one was just it never came up in the rotation that often for me. I'm so happy that these classic COD games are fixed now. I've been dying to go back and make some, you know, classic Call of Duty videos, specifically in the multiplayers, because I've tried doing videos on the multiplayers before, and, you know, when it comes to some of these older ones, the only one I ever had any luck with was Black Ops 2, but otherwise, like, when it came to any of the other ones, I could never find any matches. But now that it's fixed, it's opened a door to, like, a wide array of possibilities, because I do have these games on PS3. However, if you know how PS3 is, there's, like, that weird copyright DHCP thing or whatever. I know there's a way to go into your settings, but look, I'm weird. I don't like tinkering with the settings on my consoles that much. You never know when certain settings will have certain ramifications for other things. So, you know, I don't want to tamper with any of the settings on my PS3. I was like, I'll just wait it out. I'll see if they ever fix it. Thankfully, they have, because otherwise I would have been stuck dropping a bunch of money on a gold subscription. I'd definitely love to hear from you guys in the comments. Out of, like, all the classic Call of Duty games, which one would you want me to revisit next? Because obviously we're doing Black Ops 1. Do you guys want MW2 next? MW3? Eventually, I want to get to all of them, but which one in particular do you guys want to see next? Ouch! I went 6 and 17. Look, man, it's been a while since I played Black Ops 1, and these guys, they got good classes. They got commandos and FAMASs. I'm a level 8 trying to rock out with an Enfield. I'm pretty sure these guys, I don't think they're hacking, but I think they do at least have modded accounts because they have different colored clan tags. Like, these two are red, and then this one is blue. Contracts. Oh, man, I completely forgot about this, man. There were so many cool mechanics like this in the game. You had the contracts, and then you had, like, like the gambling type things with like the party games. You could like wager your COD points and stuff. Man, I miss when you could just wager your COD points. Those were a lot of fun back in the day because you had like the ones that weren't too risky to do. Like you had like the lower class ones where you were just wagering a small amount of COD points, but then you had the one where you could wager like a lot of COD points. It was like really risky. Like if you were gonna play that gun game, you had to win that gun game. I won't lie, I lost more than I'd like to admit back in the day, but I also won a lot more than I ever expected to. In fact, I usually ended up winning more than I did losing. So in the end, it was technically all worth it. Got some people talking in the lobby. I'm gonna mute them just because I don't want anybody ruining my video today. Now we're here on the map Silo. I do have a bit more experience with this one. There's just something about these older Call of Duty maps that just truthfully hit different. Like when you look at all like the designs of the maps, like when it comes to like the little attentions to detail and the outsides of the map, it's just, I don't know, there's something about it. These old school maps really do just hit different. Even on maps that were technically like ripped out of the campaign and just repurposed into multiplayer maps, they still felt like they were handcrafted and constructed specifically for the multiplayer experience, which they usually were. Like even if they were ripped from the campaign, it was like certain parts of the campaign mission, or like they were maybe even like restructured slightly just to work better as a multiplayer map. Whereas nowadays, I mean, like when you look at Season 4 Reloaded for Modern Warfare 2, we just had Vondel Waterfront, which was literally just some random obscure spot from the BR map ripped out and like made into a multiplayer map. It was really bizarre, and it did not work as a multiplayer map at all. Granted, not every map nowadays is like that, obviously, but there is a few like that, and every time I get one like that, I'm just like, I'm trying to use the MP5K this game because this gun was always like really good back then, but man, I'm still not having any luck. I'm going 0 and 5. I don't know if this is a hot take or a skill issue, but I always found it harder to go like on bigger streaks in Black Ops 1. There's just something about the way that the maps are. Like you don't get kills as often, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like in MW3, Black Ops 2, or yeah, I was about to say Ghost, but you know, there's maps like Stonehaven on Ghost, so definitely not. But for a lot of those other games, you know, you're running into people more often, you're getting into those gunfights more often, you're racking up your streaks more often. But on like Black Ops 1 and even World of War, I always found that gunfights were less frequent. So anytime that you did get into one, like you really had to make it count. Again, maybe that's just a skill issue thing, but I always just found that to be the case with Black Ops 1 at the very least. I'm not ashamed to admit, most of my best streaks happen when I'm using either the Commando, the FAMAS, or some sort of other scummy SMG. You gotta do what you gotta do to survive. Oh, wait, no, you're not gonna get away from me. I don't think so. Finally, we got some sort of kill streak. Gonna go ahead and call in the UAV. There's a guy coming out here. Come on, push me. Maybe? No? Okay, I'm gonna push you. Thank you. What the heck? If you look at the UAV, it's saying that there's a guy right here, but there's nobody here. I just picked up this Galil off the ground. That's actually a pretty clean reflex sight. I'm gonna pick this guy off over here. Oh man, the Galil still feels so good to use. At least it was until it was taken away from me. Got a guy right over here. Thank you. Got a guy over there. No, I probably shouldn't have engaged. That was a bad idea. I always make the mistake of trying to pick fights with people that are way too far away for an SMG to handle. Oh, wait, got a guy over there. Thank you. Got my payback. The Black Ops 1 1911 is one of my favorite 1911s in Call of Duty, period. Granted, it's not my absolute favorite. My absolute favorite will always be the one in Black Ops 2 Zombies, but this one's definitely a close second. There's something about the way that the gun just looks, you know, just like all the reflections that go off on it. It's so clean, and the way it sounds and looks and just feels to use. Every time I play this game, it really takes me back, you know, it takes me back to a simpler time. Things were so different back then, man. Like 2010, like that was one of the peak years. I would say the ranges of like, oh, I don't know, probably like the really late thousands there up until like the mid 10s. That was like peak. Probably like right up until like 2015, like right before 2016 started. I mean, like 2015 is when it was starting to kind of wane out of that area. For me, like the real peak years were like between the late thousands and then like probably like 2014, but I would include 2015 in there just because, you know, that's what like Black Ops 3 came out, so that was also a pretty peak year. But when it comes to that like good nostalgia, like that where it like hits you right in the heart, right in the feels, where it was like actually long enough ago to feel super nostalgic about it, yeah, that's definitely like the year range that I look towards. And every time that I play this game, it takes me right back to when I played it for the first time back in 2010. Even if I'm not the best at this game compared to other Call of Duties, because I must admit, compared to other Call of Duties, I'm definitely not as good at this one compared to other games. Like a Black Ops 2, I can absolutely shred through folks, but in this game, it's one of those things where, you know, I don't know the maps to the extent that I do in a game like Black Ops 2. Like, I still know the maps really well, and I can still play them efficiently. It's just I don't know them, like, as well as I do in, like, Black Ops 2, for example. But I still played this game a ton back in the day, so every time I get on it, you know, I still get hit in the nostalgic feels, because, you know, most of my time playing this game was actually over in zombies. I didn't start really getting into multiplayer until like MW3, Black Ops 2, especially in Black Ops 2, so most of my time on this game was honestly just spent in like zombies and then like playing the campaign and stuff. But that still doesn't change the fact that revisiting this game is just, I don't know, it's always an awesome experience. But anyway, yeah, no, I'd definitely love to hear from you guys. What Call of Duty do you want me to revisit next? Do you want me to go ahead and revisit like MW3? Do you want MW2, COD 4, World of War? Whatever it is, just let me know. We're gonna get to all of them eventually, but whichever one seems to be requested the most, that's the one that we'll go for next. But anyway, as always, a massive shout out and thank you to all the patrons and channel members. Thank you to all of you in the low baller tier, and an even bigger shout out and thank you to all of you in the big baller tier, Mellow Last King and Big Daddy Matty, and the biggest shout out and thank you of all to all of you in the G tier, Ride and Vengeance and Little Cheese Girl. Thank you guys so much. You guys are literal legends. I love you. Thank you guys for watching. Have an amazing day. Stay beautiful. I love you all. Peace.